Hey guys, so I have a kind of review video, kind of new stuff video. It's a couple Kat Von D things that I've been really wanting to try, and I was going back and forth, should I get it, should I get it? Well, the first thing is what's on my lips. I got another one of the one of her liquid lipsticks. This is the Everlasting Love liquid lipstick in Backstage Bambi. The other one I got was the Foiled Love one in the same color, so it's the metallic one, but this is just a matte, super bright pink. I cannot say enough awesome things about these lipsticks, and I can't believe that there's not more of a hype on YouTube about them. They seriously stay on all day, and then you still have to remove them with makeup remover. It's crazy. I have never found a lipstick that stays like this and doesn't get all over your teeth, and it's just, I will do that again, it doesn't come off your lips. It actually, when it dries, it feels like there's nothing on your lips at all, so, whoa. It's pretty much the best lipstick that I have ever tried, and I'm not just saying that because I'm obsessed with the Kat Von D line. There are things from her line that I'm not fond of, so I'm just absolutely in love with these lipsticks, and I thought I was kind of scared to wear such a bright color, but the fact that it stays on, it doesn't smear, that kind of makes it a lot easier to wear. Because whenever I attempt to wear a bright lipstick, I'm always paranoid and I have to constantly check it, and it's just a pain in the butt. So to have a lipstick that's so pigmented and stays on, and this will literally be on my face until I go to wash it all off tonight. So the other two things, well, I got a free Flora by Gucci perfume sample, which I just smelled it in the thing, and it's not really, I mean, it smells okay, but it's not something I would be like, oh my gosh, I need the big bottle of that. But yeah, she threw that in the bag. I mainly I've been wanting to try both of these things, okay, since they came out. I kept reading as many reviews as I could find about them, like on the Sephora website and stuff. Kept going back and forth, back and forth. I wanted to go to the store to test them, well, for one, because one's a foundation, and I didn't want to spend that much money on a foundation without making sure it matched my skin tone, and that's kind of hard to just order them online and guess your color. But the first thing I got was the Rehab Priming Elixir. It is this stuff. It's in a fancy glass bottle, and it actually has like an eyedropper, so it makes it very hygienic, I guess. I was kind of worried if this was going to work with my skin because I have very oily skin. I say that all the time. And this is oil-free, but when I first tested it out, like I put it on the back of my hand, it felt very oily, so I was like, oh, that's probably not going to work with my skin. So after like walking around the store, I tried it again, realized that it dries down pretty much right away and doesn't leave an oily feel. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try it and hopefully it will work with me. This stuff is amazing. It smells awesome. It's got rose extract in it, so it has a very faint like rose scent to it, even though it says fragrance free. I don't know why they would put that, because it definitely smells like roses, but not like that sickening rose scent like a rose candle or something. Nowhere near like that. It's like the actual flower, but a very light scent of it. So it's just this white cream type thing, but it's very liquidy. It's very hydrating, which is another reason I kept hearing it's so hydrating, it's more of a hydrator than a primer, which is another reason I was worried, because oily skin, you know, using too much moisturizer and everything is just going to make me look like an oil slick. But it dries as soon as you rub it in. It is very hydrating. When I use this, I skip moisturizer and it's perfectly fine. But the other thing because I have both of these things on my face today. I don't know if you can tell if my skin looks better, but I've been loving the way it looks. I went to visit my grandma, was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was the day before, and she was like, what makeup do you have on? Your skin looks really good. So I caved and I finally bought, I was going back and forth between whether I wanted the Urban Decay Naked one or this one, and I got the Kat Von D LockIt Tattoo Foundation in, my color is Light 44. They had one left in this color and pretty much all the other shades were wiped out. So the packaging is really cool. Let's talk about that first. It's kind of like the Urban Decay Naked Skin one because it's like the clear outer part and then the foundation's in a tube inside. It's got like her signature roses all over the place. It is a pump foundation. So let me talk about this. It is a really thick, very, very full coverage foundation, which again is something that scared me away because I've always really not liked foundation all that much, just because every time I put it on it would look cakey no matter what I did. I could exfoliate and do everything you're supposed to do and it would still look cakey on me. Really the only foundations I have ever tried are drugstore ones. I don't know if that makes a difference, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna finally get a good foundation and try to like foundation, and this has made me change my mind. Totally changed my mind and love foundation. This one anyway. So, like I said, it's very thick, very full coverage foundation. I do like a half a pump and that's enough for my whole face. I've been applying it with my knockoff beauty blender, which this thing looks filthy. I swear to you, I clean this every time I use it. It's just, it stains like a son of a bitch. It's the one from Ulta that's like $6 as opposed to the $20 beauty blender, so I'll stick with that one. Yeah, so what else can I say about this? Like I said, oily skin, right? With this, it's like, it makes my skin flawless. Like, I don't have a lot of breakouts to begin with. I'm very lucky that I don't have problem acne-prone skin. But the oiliness of my skin always aggravates me and is another reason that I've stayed away from foundation for most of my makeup life. Whenever I would wear foundation, about 3 or 4 hours into it, it would just feel like it was dripping off because of the oiliness. So I've been using both these things together on my face for a few days now and I'm in love. This dries very matte. It's, if you're a person that likes a dewy looking foundation, this is definitely not for you. I would not recommend it for people that like a dewy look. But it dries so matte and it keeps me matte all day. I don't even use a setting powder over this. Like, I just got that Physicians Formula BB powder that I was loving and don't even need it. Don't even need it with this. It stays matte all day. I skip concealer because it's such good coverage. I don't even put concealer under my eyes with this, so that skips a step. I will say, if you have dry skin, it's probably not a good foundation because it dries and stays matte, which is why this super hydrating primer is an awesome counterpart to it. But yeah, I can put that on in the morning, work, come home, just like with the lipstick, it's on my face until I wash it off with makeup remover at the end of the night. So 3 products right here that are like new holy grail products for me that I cannot say enough awesome things about. There's like no downsides to them. Unless you have dry skin, you're probably not going to like this foundation, so I will say it again, not recommended for dry skinned people. But then again, in the winter time I tend to get dry on my cheeks and it hasn't caused me a problem yet, so yes, the liquid lipstick, awesome holy grail product. This is like the only lipstick I've been wearing, the 2 that I got lately, and just awesome primer, awesome foundation. I'm going to do blog posts on these too. I already did one about the metallic foiled love lipstick, so I don't think I really need to do one about the other one, but yeah, if I can think of any other awesome qualities of these, I will be sure to include it in the blog posts. But in case you were like me and going back and forth, should I try the Kat Von D foundation or not? Because I know it's an investment, but it's totally worth it. I never thought I would actually buy a $34 foundation and recommend that it was a good idea to buy something that expensive. Especially because I never wore foundation before, but I literally have been using this since I got it. It's freaking awesome. And oh yeah, that's another thing I forgot to mention. It is a very thick, full coverage foundation, but I can't talk. Once it dries down and you've got it on, it doesn't feel like anything. Like, my face is super soft. It doesn't transfer. Like, I can rub this against my face and nothing. Once it's there, it's there. Like, the LockIt name is perfect for it because it's like locked down as soon as it's on your face. So that's all I can think of, and I will do my blog posts, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.